Hey guys, be sure to press like and subscribe. We're back in general community quarantine now, which is not fun, but it could be worse. We could be into one of the higher ones. This one here, we can't eat in restaurants. It kind of takes the wind out of your sails here when you go back into these quarantines, because you can travel about. They're more heavy-handed on the wearing the mask and the shield. I guess there's a 2,000 peso fine if you're not wearing your mask and your shield in a jeepney and they see you. So you have to, constantly be aware of what your mask and your shield and all that stuff. It makes it harder on vloggers because we can't go places, public places, and take off our masks to do things. The park, they're a little bit more heavy-handed down there about wearing your mask while you're walking around and stuff. So that makes that a little bit more difficult too. You could probably do it there because there's not that many people down there, but if somebody's there, they might complain to you or something. But anyway, we're back into GCQ, and it means that we have to start, if we want to eat, like from outside, we have to order it, have it delivered, or we have to go pick it up there. You can eat at the mall, but they make you eat outside, and then you're separated by everybody that you're eating with. So like, you can't sit across from somebody. They have to sit at an angle to you. Nobody can be sitting next to you because you have to be like 3 feet apart or whatever. So, but you sit out in the hot sun. So it's, it's basically the same thing that you were doing inside. It's just that they moved it outside. So it's just kind of strange that they moved that outside, because I didn't think any, I thought it was pretty good sitting inside, even though we had to sit apart from each other and stuff. But now they have you sitting outside. Maybe they figure because there's more fresh air and the air is moving about more, that you're less likely to get, contaminated with the virus. But I just found that interesting, But also the other thing is that they're doing is they basically, they didn't shut down the airport, but it's they're shutting out a lot of foreign workers, a lot of foreigners, the foreigners that they did allow to come back in. I believe it was probably through the SRRV. Some of the people that were trying to come back, I know that they were allowing like some of them to come back. Then they shut it down again, I think, because of all this craziness. You can't even keep up with the news here because it changes so fast. Like from one day to the next. And there's people that are complaining about that because people are like, there was a bus driver the other day that we had. The bus driver took us into Manila, okay? And as he was going through the toll, they told him to pull over to the side because he was going to get a ticket for coming through there. And he said, well, I just came through yesterday. What's stopping me from coming through here now? He says, well, they changed the rules. So the guy got a big fine for doing that, and he might even lose his license because you cannot even keep up with the rules because they're changing so fast. And it's impossible when you're working to be keeping up with these rule changes for some of these workers. And I kind of feel bad for some of these people that are getting these big fines, because I saw a whole bunch of people pulled over to the side, buses, vans, etc., getting pulled over near the tolls near Manila, and they were all getting fined because the day before they were doing this, and then some of them didn't hear about the changes, and suddenly they're getting fined. But that's part of the Philippines, I guess. It's more fun in the Philippines, right? But anyway, I just wanted to throw this short video out there just to tell you guys what's going on here. Also, I have a lot of people that are asking me when I think things are going to open up over here. And I got to be honest with you. At first I thought we'd be open up by May. And with these new variants and stuff that they got coming out all over the world, and they're making a big deal out of these, even with all the vaccinations and stuff like that, it seems like the government's not going to change anything because of the vaccinations in some places. So I don't know if this is an everyday part of life now where we're just going to be constantly going in and out of quarantines and things like that to try to, halt these things. It's actually kind of scary to think that our future is what we see right now, or some form of it, in the future. And our governments are going to be, throughout the world, are going to be holding us to these things. Because I think sooner or later people are just going to revolt and and get angry about it. And they already are in some countries, you know, and I see that. And I know in the United States that people are just doing what they want to do. And even in the Philippines a little bit, I see people kind of like that are supposed to be wearing masks aren't wearing masks. I see, you know, a few police officers and people that work for the government, and I see people in restaurants. They're just not wearing their masks now. You know, I see people, you know, even in McDonald's and stuff, they take off they put their masks underneath their chin when people aren't looking. I see people in the restaurants, you know, over in Dasma, places like that. I see mall workers. I noticed that the guards are working a lot harder to get people to wear their masks over in Dasma. You know, they're really getting pretty heavy-handed on that. And also, I noticed that the police at the entrance, they have 4 policemen. They're usually the younger police, the cadets, I believe. I'm not sure if they're full-fledged police officers or cadets. But all 4 of them have caning sticks, you know, and I've yet to see anybody get caned. So I will say that, which is a good thing. And I did hear up in Manila some people got caned, but I haven't heard of anybody getting caned outside Manila. So I think it's more of like a deterrent. And most people, for the most part, when they go through the checkpoints, they're all masked up and they have their shields on and all that stuff. So I will give people that, you know. But I don't know how long we can carry this out for, you know. And I do think that this may last till December before we start letting tourists in. Although Duterte did say he wanted to, you know, open up, right after he said that, then everything closed down because of, you know, the new variant. So, I mean, even I'm sure even the people up top like Duterte are getting frustrated in all these, you know, all these different countries. The people up, you know, the presidents and all that are probably getting ticked off too about all this stuff because it's killing economies. In the Philippines, it's really killing the economy here. There's a lot of people out of work. Their stimulus is much less than what the U.S. gives out. I mean, we've gotten thousands of dollars. They've gotten maybe a few $100s at the most that I've seen. And some, you know, the barangays are handing out fish and rice and chicken and pork and some other items sometime every once in a while, you know, when we go into these quarantine things. But one thing that a lot of people don't think about over here is that for us here in my area that are around Tagaytay, all the surrounding towns around Tagaytay, a lot of us are getting, you know, have gotten the ash before this, you know. So we were wearing masks long before the COVID started, you know, and about probably, I don't know, a month before or something like that, and we were wearing masks on and off during that time too. So I mean, you know, we've been doing this for like a year and almost like a year and 3 months or a year and 2.5 months, something like that, somewhere around there. So this has been a long time for us. We've been actually doing this longer than the rest of the world over here, at least in this area, you know, and it just kind of stinks for us, you know, but we work through it, we push through it every day. And, you know, I've been getting kind of heavy into like studying things on the internet and researching things and just enjoying myself. But anyway, guys, I just want to put that out there, you know, so you guys have an understanding of what's going on over here. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.